Google just came up with this. It's called a dolphin gamma. Oh. It's an AI language designed to decode dolphin communication.
Yeah.
So like they'll be able to like communicate
so like dolphins
with dolphins
in the ocean, like dolphins. Oh.
Stay informed. Tune in to Ginger Frequency. Wednesdays, 9 a.m. Join the resistance. With your host, Chad.
And be here. Do you copy?
I got a question for you. What movie did you like better, Goonies or Gremlins?
I think that's a hard one. Like, I would probably prefer to watch Goonies again over Gremlins, but it's also been so long since I've watched Gremlins. But I love them both.
Yeah. Well, you're in luck because WB or Warner Brothers confirmed they're making brand new a Goonie movie and a Gremlins movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, how are they gonna do it? Is it
I'm
gonna be like a remake?
No, I think it's new ones.
Oh.
So I guarantee like the old cast from Goonies will make like guest appearances.
Right.
Like,
they'll be like the parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Gremlins, I'm sure it'll just be like a whole new cast for that or
well,
something. But,
I feel like they could really do something cool with Gremlins, but redoing
I hope they keep
Goonies,
it like the original puppets,
yeah,
not like
the
CG. You know?
Yeah.
So it has like 80s feel.
Yeah. Because if they completely change it, like, but at the same time, I did love those movies, and the kids today do need movies like that, I guess.
Yeah, there's not enough movies like that.
Yeah, it's just like something that's like, because Gremlins teaches you a valuable lesson of like,
don't
listen,
feed things after midnight or get them wet.
Yeah. And also follow instructions. Teaches a valuable fucking lesson. Otherwise follow instructions and otherwise you get fucking Trump in office. So and then
that's
also,
what happened. Somebody fed Trump after midnight and got him wet.
Somebody fed the Constitution after midnight and got it wet. Now we have Trump in office. Like, seriously. But like also the Goonies though, like I wish they would have done a sequel back in the day, but honestly they didn't really need. It was one of those movies that don't need a sequel.
It doesn't need one.
It doesn't need a sequel because the whole progression of the movie is like the ending was like is good unless they wanted to make. Yeah, it was all wrapped up and put in a little, Goonies bow. So, who are they going to use for the Snickers guy? Like, what are they going to do?
Snickers guy.
Yeah, the hey you guys.
Oh, the sloth.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll bring him back.
Yeah, I guess. Well, RFK thinks he doesn't pay taxes and stuff. So, I mean, I don't know.
You think the sloth was autistic?
Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, for real.
We should go up to Astoria and check out the house.
We should go check that out. Yeah, we live pretty close to that. That's like, 3-4 hours?
Yeah, 3 hours probably.
It's like 3 hours, yeah.
A lot of people are like polite to AI because they don't want to like, if it ever takes over, they want to be nice to it.
I've been telling you,
they say like thank you and please and stuff to it. But apparently that's costing the OpenAI company millions of dollars.
Why?
Just because the processing power of just replying to like hello or thank you and please and stuff. It's cost them millions of dollars just by doing please and thank you.
Good. They can suck it because I'm going to be nice to them. Like, I've told you lots of times where I'm like really nice to like Gemini, the Gemini app, and then ChatGPT. I'm always really nice to them. Yeah. Well, and also it feels really rude to like speak to something that's helping you in a rude manner. Like, I don't want to be like, hey, bitch, fucking get me my grocery list. It's like, what? Like,
it's like, coming right up.
Yeah, it's like, that feels weird to me. It feels really weird to me, and I don't like it. And also, I feel like if the more people use AI, if they get used to talking in that kind of demanding, like, bitchy kind of Karen tone, and demanding, like talking so rudely and disgustingly to something that's helping you, just, like, kind of, I think it, like, kind of facilitates, like, Karens and, like, people who are super entitled, and they expect, like, no matter how you talk to somebody, they just kind of expect for the entity to, like, give them whatever they want. I just think there's something wrong with that. Yeah. And fuck them. If they're, we're costing us money, like, fuck them. Fuck them. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm still going to be nice to them. And not necessarily, like, a little bit because maybe the robot takeover, but mostly because I'm, like, a decent human, and I don't want to ask rudely for help. Like, why would I do that?
Yeah. So apparently, they're gonna start using delivery robots for DoorDash too. So there goes all the jobs for DoorDashers and stuff.
Yeah.
But would you be nice to one of those dropping off your food?
Yeah.
Would you tip them?
I mean, no. I wouldn't tip them. But I'd be nice.
The robot's all like, my robot family's starving. Can I please have a tip?
I'd be like, bro, like, get a job. Oh, wait, you have one. No, I'd be like, do you want a little fucking spritzer or some oil or something? I oil your knee real quick, Just
cause an electrical fire.
do you want me to plug you in for a second? I can do that, It's like, I don't know. I'd be like, if he's got like some bird shit on his head, because the robots are gonna start like wandering around they're gonna get dirty. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh.
There's a job.
Oh my gosh,
robot
clean. Yeah, because I used
to.
But
they'll probably just hire robots to clean the robots.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. But like, are they gonna like gently like rub and polish the bird shit off their heads? I don't know. But that's like before they have that, like, hey, that's a good idea, because I used to work for UPS. I used to detail UPS trucks, because like they don't just run them through. You can't just fit them through a car wash or whatever. You have to like scrub. There's a company that has to scrub them and clean them.
You think they would just make a custom car wash just for those trucks?
You have to do it inside and out, and it's like you have to really scrub them because they get really fucking muddy. They get really muddy, and it's like a regular car wash just wouldn't do it. I don't think so. Oh my gosh, I could just be like I just started a company. Oh my gosh, yeah, we're just like the robot.
We'll be the head of the times.
Yeah, it would be the CEO of robot.
Probably won't be profitable for 20 years, but we'll get there.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, it's like it'll be a fun retirement hobby. Like.
Speaking of AI, though, Google just came up with this. It's called a dolphin gamma.
Oh.
It's an AI language designed to decode dolphin communication.
Yeah.
So like they'll be able to like communicate
like dolphins
with dolphins
in the ocean, like dolphins. Oh, that's cool.
So that's like the first step of being able to talk to different animals and stuff.
Oh my gosh, I wonder what they're saying. Like, pretty rad, because it reminds me. You've seen that movie, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where the dolphins at the beginning are like all singing like, "Oh, we get plenty of fish" or something. I can't remember the song, but the dolphins are all singing and like trying to warn us that the world's gonna end. Like, I wonder if like. The reason why they haven't released many clips yet is because the dolphins are like actually warning
they're
us.
all like, you guys are fucking up this planet.
Yeah, they're like,
stop putting plastic in the ocean, assholes.
Yeah, it's like I'm just sucking in I'm just eating plastic. Yeah, it's fine. Speaking of straighten up, I mean, it is like light years away, but they did discover another planet that has like building blocks to life.
Oh yeah, so it had the chemical compounds that are only created from life, usually, as we know it from like Earth. Those gases are only created from like life. So they think this is the best evidence we have so far of life being on another planet.
Yeah, because they say there's like sulfuric like molecules, and then also there's like carbon based molecules and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that is like the building blocks to life, and there could be like an ocean there, and like
it's in the habitable zone of their star. So perfect distance away.
Yeah, for real. And then also, like with the sulfuric molecules and stuff, or the gases, like that kind of indicates like volcanic activity, and there are extremophiles and stuff and there are like minerals that build life in volcanoes, volcanic like eruptions and like lava and magma and stuff. So that's pretty wild. So that kind of indicates like a fully functioning like planet. Like that's wild.
Dude, did you see the?
It's super far away, so it's just like it's they still
it's
need
only
to
like
do
140 light years away.
Only 140 light years.
Yeah, if we get some new tech for like traveling light speed, that's not that bad. But just put us in cryogenic chamber for 100 years.
I think they should name it something better, because right now it's named K218b.
Yeah, that's how they're naming all the planets pretty much. Just
well,
like based off of like
They need to name it something like Bob or something. Like Planet Bob.
Let's go to Planet Bob.
Yeah, like that. Or Titanite 8.
Oh, Titanite 8.
Yeah, where they named the planet Bob. Like, if they named it shit like that, people would probably pay more attention, because it'd be, like, super controversial. Like, in the scientific community, and it would be, like, dumb enough for, like, people who are, like, dumb to like actually care. Like, oh, they named a planet Bob. That's my name. Like, I should probably look into it. You know what I mean?
Did you see the James Webb Telescope took a picture of Titan, the moon of Jupiter? And it's like kind of blurry still, right? But you can see the colors and outlines of continents and stuff. But it looks like a tropical like planet.
Oh, I thought it was all ice.
Well, I think Europa's ice.
Oh, Europa. Okay.
They know that for sure. But Titan, I think Titan was supposed to be ice too, but it looks like it's liquid.
No shit.
Yeah, it's like bluish greenish.
Watch, we find out. We're gonna find out soon. We're gonna find out soon that we're like the dumbest planet. Probably we're probably like everybody else is like super advanced, and the reason why we don't know about them is because they realize that building rockets and like industrial machines and building buildings and all that kind of shit is stupid and kills the planet. And so all these people are probably like living more tribal and like living more community based, like where they're growing food and like not like creating any emissions, and they're like, composting their food. And that's why there's no like signatures of like we're probably looking for a planet that's like has garbage orbiting. Well, speaking like just like Earth.
Life, there was the Tic Tac UFO seen down in California by the Navy again.
Oh yeah,
coming out of the ocean and stuff. Like we're being visited.
Oh, we totally are. We totally are. But I wish I was visited by a fat check because I'm like sick of going to work. That's for fucking true.
Oh man, Fire Festival 2 is officially canceled. That lasted a really long. Well, for $1 million a ticket. I'm not surprised.
Well, this is what happened last time where did they get any people to pay tickets yet?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure
I bet it's another whole scandal.
They would have to refund them being canceled.
We're gonna start calling this Firegate. Fire Festival, yeah, It's Fire Festival Gate, where like people they probably had like a bunch of dumbasses pay $1 million for a ticket, and then they're like, oh, it's canceled, sorry.
Oh, we're bankrupt, so we can't pay it back.
We're having trouble refunding you. We'll get back to you. Yeah. You know, you're gonna have to take us to court to get this money back, and then they'll end up in prison for another 2 years. Yeah. Meanwhile, they're out building like some kind of like I don't know what they're doing with the money, but they're doing something with it. For having a fall guy go to prison for a couple years here and there every once in a while, like honestly to them it's probably like a little bit of a vacation, as long as they don't get beat up, you know, like with the executive order that was just signed the other day, people should go to prison for allowing it to happen. The executive order to open up the Pacific Marine.
Yeah. God, it's like the one last spot you can't fish, and now Trump opened it up for fishing.
Yes, I think
it's just greed, man.
Gosh,
it's gonna make a few people rich for a little bit, and then the population of fish will die out, and then
the whole world's gonna die. The whole world is just like I hate to be like, you know, all doom and gloom, but I mean really it's at this point all we're doing is laughing, because it's like, what the fuck, we're just spiraling, we're just like getting we're spinning, we're like circling the drain of the toilet right now. But
I think they should consider greed a mental illness.
I think they should. So yeah, Trump fucking, he signed an executive order allowing fishing, like commercial fishing in a protected area. It's been a sanctuary for fish, like spawn and stuff for years and years and years. I don't know, like 50 years or something.
Now all the nets, like the pollution and stuff from fishing boats and the dragging of it's gonna kill the coral reef there, and like
and it's right by Hawaii too, and that is gonna completely. Hawaii's already struggling because he wants to be competitive in the fishing market or whatever. So for the next couple of years, fish markets will be booming.
And then it'll get worse.
But then it'll all die off, and then he's gonna blame
more fish because they're killing off the spawning area.
Yeah, exactly. Gosh, like it's so freaking ridiculous.
We should all just get lasers shining in our eyes so we can see a new color.
Yeah.
So apparently they did this, and they created a new color called Olo.
Okay.
Olo. And it's like a bright bluish green. Yeah. But wouldn't that just make it a shade of a current color?
Well, if it's like, you said it's like super saturated.
It's super saturated.
Yeah. So I've actually like heard about this color. I've seen this color.
Oh yeah.
How did you say they could see it? You shine
a laser in your eye? Into your eye.
Yeah. That's so cool. I actually want to like see if it's the same color, because I bet it is. Because
they say don't just. This is a specific laser beam.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna. Don't just shine a laser in your eye.
Don't do that, people. You'll probably go blind.
Yeah, for real. But no, I've seen a color that doesn't exist in like our. I don't want to say nature, because it does exist. It's just not in the frequency. It's not in the spectrum of what we can generally see on a day-to-day basis.
Like would they be able to create this as a paint color, right?
Maybe not, because we wouldn't be able to perceive it unless you're on psychedelics or with a laser getting in your eye. I don't know how
I always
to describe
wondered
it.
if, like certain animals, if they had a more wider spectrum of color than we have.
They do. Just like praying mantises, they have a tetrachromacy, so they can see the full spectrum of light. So they see like we
we
heat.
see the whole spectrum.
No,
we don't see heat.
We don't.
Yeah.
No. They can see like.
Well, they see other radiation type light. Yeah.
We only see a very small portion of the light spectrum because we only have 3 cones of in the back of our eyeballs.
Speaking of seeing, scientists just figured out a way to use Wi-Fi to see people through walls. So, like, I guess it probably bounces off.
Like echolocation, kind of?
Yeah, but it shows, like, the people where they're at in a room.
Yeah.
So, like, I bet cops and stuff for military will start using that technology.
Yeah, and then, but that sucks though, because like 5G, that kind of stuff, like I think it does affect people, like especially people who are sensitive to EMFs and stuff. Like I think I get affected by that a lot. Like when I like hear like a like telephone like lines buzzing, it makes me feel weird. Or like I've lived in a bunch of houses where I lived like right by a transformer, and it was so hard for me to sleep because I could always feel the energy. I could feel it like buzzing my bones, and I hate it so much. Like I'm
sure there was a certain amount of radiation.
Yeah, and it does.
There's people from those things.
There's people who are allergic to EMS where they have to go live in the forest and stuff because they can't. It makes them like physically ill. Like it gives people headaches. They can't sleep. Like they feel anxious all the time. Like it's just so wild because that stuff does affect us because we are like an energy. We're like a meat bag full of water.
Do you think it affects you like if you're up in space because there's so much more radiation?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. And
maybe that's what made Katy Perry all lovey-dovey.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it was. Yeah, she came back. She's like, "Oh, I feel so connected to love." Like, are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah.
Like,
so they just had a all-woman rocket on the blue. Is it Blue Origin? I think,
yeah, the dick rocket.
The Benzo's rocket. Yeah, it looks like a dick.
Yeah, it does look like a dick, yep.
And there's a big conspiracy going on, though, about it, because apparently one of the they're not even astronauts. One of the millionaires opened the door before Benzo came and used his tool to open it. So, like, conspiracy theories are saying, like, oh, they didn't even, like, actually go into space and stuff. But they probably have access to open it. They just weren't supposed to because they wanted to make a whole video thing of Benzo going up there.
Well, they wanted to film it, so they probably had to do a couple takes, right? And then somebody forgot. Yeah. It's just like, don't open the door. And then somebody forgot and opened the door. And it's like, no, you gotta wait for Jeff to come over with the...
If they can open it that easy, though, like, what if they did that up in space?
No, I mean, they'd get sucked out and die. Yeah.
Like, maybe that's what they're saying. Like, they
maybe
should have access to do that.
Yeah, well, maybe that's why Katy Perry kissed the ground when she got out. Because somebody was trying to open the door, like, on re-entry. But no, I don't think that's what it was. I think Jeff Bezos had probably opened the door probably not even Jeff Bezos. Probably, like, a technician, like a licensed technician, probably opened the door, let them all out to pee, and then they all had to go back in there get ready. They all had probably put some makeup on
the video shoot,
to do, because you know how fucking editing, you know how like production is, the TV shows. Yeah, so they probably let them all. So as soon as they landed, they probably let them all out to pee and cry and do whatever the fuck, take a shit, fucking clean off their faces, redo a full set of makeup, redo their hair. Even though they're only up there for 11 minutes, who knows what the fuck happened up there? Somebody could have shat and got it all over them and floating around and stuff. I don't know. But
they come out and just covered like, in shit. They're all shit. Yeah, so they probably had to let them out, for a little bit. And then so they all probably hustled them back in. Like, okay, the reporters are here. Let's get the clip for the news, right? Katy Perry, tell us, how is space?
I feel so...
I just smell shit everywhere.
See, I would have felt that more. Like, it smells like shit down here. Like, if she would have been more real and more raw and been like, it was so beautiful up there and it smells like shit on this planet. Like, I would have been like, yes, bitch, say it. But instead, she's like,
somebody ripped one. It just smelled so bad.
Oh, yeah, they're probably circling around farts the whole time. So, yeah, it's so ridiculous because, like, she's like, oh, I never knew how loved I was until I launched. And it's like, yeah, because you fucking make millions of fucking $10 million. And then the other bitch, like Gail that went up there, she's all mad. She's like, she's all mad. Like, there's so many haters. There's so many haters that have been like, you know, like, I did this to inspire people.
Well, think how many people could be fed with how much money they spent just going to space.
Yeah, and I do think it's cool that they were able to go up there on like a girls trip. Yeah. You know, they did like a little. But
they can't be saying they're astronauts.
Yeah, they can't be saying they're astronauts,
because they just paid for a ticket to go up. Yeah, it's more like a ride.
Yeah, and that was what she was saying. That's what Gail was saying. It's like, I really am offended, or I'm really upset that people are calling it a ride, because like what we did is like I wanted to inspire all these young kids, and she's like, instead, you know, she's like, you just need to educate yourself, and until you go to space, have you been to space? Until you go to space yourself, don't be hating on me. And like, not a direct quote, but pretty close. It's like, nobody can afford fucking groceries. Like, we have to choose between like paying bills and eating sometimes. These freaking bitches, like, they could have helped so much, but instead,
like, if we gave it to like that money to scientists instead, like these ones just discovered real blood cells that were still alive in a dinosaur fossil. Yeah. 68 million years old. So I wonder if there's enough DNA in that to like bring them back.
Oh, maybe. I mean, they're trying to bring back with the woolly mammoth. Oh, it's so ridiculous. Well, they could have spent that 11 minutes up in space saying, "Hey, Trump sucks. We should elect somebody else, and he should go to prison." They could have spent that 11 minutes
been like, "Look at this beautiful planet. How actually small it is. We need to protect it at all costs, and don't let Trump fucking destroy this."
Yeah. Instead, they're all up. Yeah. Instead, they're all up in there in like $300, face full of makeup. Yeah. You know, every single one of them had $300 plus full of makeup on. Instead, they were just like floating around like, haha, we're girls, and we have albums, and we're so rich, and y'all could never, you know, maybe one day you'll be able to afford to be as cool as we are. It's like, instead of doing that, they could have been like, hey, like, look at all this garbage floating around us. We need to do something about it. They could have used that 11 minutes to make the greatest speech in human history. And instead, you got Katy Perry like, look at my butterfly. Like, God. I did want to say like one other thing. There's been a lot of people talking shit about like all the prisoners going to El Salvador, right? And about how, like, you know, all the MAGA people and all the racists or whatever, they're like, oh, good riddance. We don't want to pay for them to like freeload in our country. Well, guess what? The U.S. gave El Salvador $6 million to house the prisoners there. So we're still paying for them to be prisoners, but in a different country now. So
when they could be working here and making tax money for us,
they could be in our prisons, and that money could be circulating in our country, but instead that money's circulating in a different country now. And I just wanted to like just that little.
There was a dog that walked like 4 miles. Its owner like tipped a truck or something, and like, I don't know, he probably got knocked out or something. And then the dog went 4 miles to find help for him.
Oh my gosh, really? And he was able. It was like a little lassie dog. Yeah. Like Timmy's
little Benji.
Yeah, little Benji. Like, my dad's stuck in a truck. Yeah. He's overturned in a truck.
Patches would do that for you.
Oh, she definitely. Yeah, she definitely would. She would hike. She would walk 500 miles, and she'd walk 500 more just to be the dog that collapsed at your doorstep. Yeah.
Well, guys, don't let Katy Perry bite you.
Yeah. Good night. Don't let Katy Perry bite.